universe. You call here and now.
Hello!
Hello there. Welcome to the first League of Legends LAN tournament here at UWGB. We are getting started with the draft pick here for UW River Falls and UW Mad Tyrotoxism.
Oh, yeah. Good. It was a really competitive team here today. We're getting right into the draft. Looks like UW Madison Tyrotoxism has banned both Singed and Jinx.
And from River Falls over here, we have a Zach ban into a Darius Tyrotoxism, following it up with an Fury ban. Pretty standard, as that is a champion that has kind of been dominating the meta, can really go into most any lane, support, mid, jungle.
Yeah. Really
getting the Cannon ban as a retort from River Falls, and first pick up here is a Lulu
support pick. Interesting support pick. Pretty safe pick from
a strong pick.
A strong pick. Lulu is strong.
Here we get the Ari pick from River Falls. Strong mid laner. Charm is always good. And,
always good. Good mobility.
Safe pick. I wonder how many these people are safe picking more their comfort picks.
Ooh, it'd be interesting to see because, first time seeing them play, so we'll see. But looks
Ari
like
is guaranteed locked in here going into the second champion for River Falls.
River Falls, yeah. Curious to see what kind of comp they're going to draft here into a Lulu. Looks like it's locking in a Vi.
Vi, most likely jungle, possibly top, but I'm pretty confident in saying jungles. The ult here is kind of pivotal because you're unstoppable, so Lulu would not be able to like polymorph you or knock you up from ult.
Yeah, a bold pick though.
Already a strong team. I feel right here we might see a jungle counter pick, a mid lane counter pick, and it looks like we're seeing either mid or top lane with a Cassiopeia pick here from Madison.
I would probably, my guess is probably mid Cassio, but we'll see.
Yeah, Xin Zhao jungle. Honestly, I think that's put in for a strong early pick. That one would kind of dominate some of the jungle.
Definitely. And it's a good, I think, a good pick against a Vi. Yeah.
I think you could go toe to toe very early. But if I get stunting blows, it might be a bit tougher for Xin Zhao to really duel. But if they find each other early, that could lead for a very early kill.
Yeah. But I do like the Cassio pick into the Ari. I do.
Cassio pick into the Ari is a very wise choice, I would say.
Yeah, wise is a good way of putting it.
Because while Ari can heal and Cassiopeia can, and we're getting the Sona support pick from River Falls, and now we're going into the second round of banning. What
do you think that bot lane is going to be like? Ooh, a Mordekaiser ban, a good solid ban. Mordekaiser is always strong, always good into picking to your team.
Bot lane Lulu, I feel like we could see an Ezreal here. Lulu Ezreal is a strong pick. We could see any ADC that really benefits off of getting extra attack speed from Lulu's buff. Seeing the Ashe ban here from Madison.
Interesting.
Sona Ashe would be a very dominant bot lane. Olaf ban.
That's another solid ban right there. Basically Tryndamere, but better. Yeah. Also would just be a good pick into Cassio and Lulu, I would say. Can't be CC'd. Can't be polymorphed in your ult. Yeah, that would have been a solid pick. Seraphine ban. Okay, so
Seraphine ban to prevent the double mage bot lane. I see a Malphite pick from River Falls here for their top lane.
Ooh, let's see how the top lane responds. Most likely going to be a pick here.
Silas. So it'll be Silas mid lane, Cass top. Silas will be able to take down Ari very fast, able to get in with dash around charm, and just go in when cooldowns are off.
Well, I was going to say, do you think it could be a Silas top lane? Because Silas would be...
I think it could be both.
I think a Silas into a Malphite would be a very strong pick.
They're very interchangeable. A Malphite, yeah. And then Vayne bot lane. Like I said, a champion that can very much so benefit from getting extra attack speed and movement speed towards the enemy.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to get to see the bot lane counter pick from River Falls.
Let's see what it is. I looks like so far that they're really gonna be playing harder.
I'm gonna say Varus or Xayah. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna say Varus, Xayah, and
I would somewhere one of those. Irelia. Interesting.
Oh, Irelia mid lane. Double mage bot. They got Ari.
Oh, interesting. I do like that. I think the key to this game is going to be how well they can River Falls can shut down Tyrotoxin's bot lane. So I think that they're playing around their bot lane.
Tyrotoxism has a very strong invade comp. If Lulu starts polymorph
Mm.
and you can polymorph into Cassiopeia's ground, or Silas gets in with his stun, or if you're able to set up near a wall and Vayne can get the stun, like all of these champions have the potential to have a really good early invade.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. I think the key here for Madison here is to really they can shut down that Aurelia. Because if that Aurelia gets fed, then it's going to be really hard for Tyrotoxism to really get back into the game, I think. Especially with the ability to roam down from mid lane into bot lane.
Definitely. Ahri here is going to be a strong pick. That's a very strong early game pick.
Yes.
Wave clear with the Q can just absolutely take it.
Mm-hmm. I do really like the Tyrotoxin's Silas pick. I think it's really, really good into this team comp. They got the Malphite ult, you've got Vi ult, and you also have Ahri ult to steal.
Yeah, Silas has really good ults to steal.
Even Sona.
Hey, don't count out Aurelia. That damage is actually AP if they walk out of the blades.
Yeah, honestly, all the ults there are really good to steal. I really like that Silas pick.
Yeah, Silas pick is good. I can also see them taking Vi ult for the biggest engage that they can take.
Yeah, you can. There's also engage right there.
Yeah. If Silas goes ruins onto like sudden impact or cheap shot, just in order to get that, they can use ult, and that would still tack on the damage, give them a little bit of extra.
Yeah, I would say I think both teams drafted a really strong team here. I think it's going to be a really good match we're going to see here today, folks. Yeah.
So as we're getting into the game here,
who do you think's got the edge?
Looking at team comp alone, I'm always a proponent for Lulu. That polymorph is way too strong. And as somebody who is a support player, that E being an instant damage proc, it does, like, late game, it does 240 damage in like a good, without like mainly any real modifiers or enough. I can just kill sometimes. It's just enough damage to just secure a kill. It's instant. There's no travel time. The second you click on the opponent, they take the damage, or the second you click on a teammate, they get the shielding. It being immediate's what helps out. And the slow off of Q getting some reposition abilities because of picks is also strong. I think Lulu here is like going to be the strongest key of this team.
I think, honestly, for the bot lane to succeed, it's going to be up to Lulu.
Lulu's going to be able to out poke Sona a little bit more in lane. They just got to watch out for Sona's Q.
I was going to say, I think if Vayne gets poked out, I think then I think the game can be swing for River Falls.
Vayne will get poked out on the sole basis of Ahri is like an AP Sivir with that Q, where it just goes through the minions and can absolutely shred health bars. And if Vayne gets hit by like an early level 2, level 3 charm, it could be curtains. Without Lulu's ability to heal, they're gonna have to be very quick with the shield and able to just, like, the second Ahri would throw out a charm, maybe you just have polymorph at the ready to just immediately prevent any follow-up.
Yeah. And I think with the combination with Vi, I think having a poke lane there, I think that's really a really strong potential there.
If a CC of the charm gets seen, Vi can just go in, Q flash, hit their combo, able to proc a single thing of denting blows just to get armor shred off and just keep going in. The armor shred will be definitely big in the early games when Vi ganks because of the time where that single denting blows, and it's like at level 1, it's like 14% armor reduction. It's an insane amount.
That's an insane amount of armor.
Every single auto attack from like Ahri, even Sona, is just going to do that little bit extra more that could just close out and engage.
Absolutely. So how do you think that mid lane is going to be matched up? Because I think
it could. I'm really hopeful in seeing Aurelia Silas. I think that would be a match where both of them are working around their ability to move around fast. Silas, though, wave clear with his passive and just being able to just have that cleave. That cleave in most cases just can let you clear an extra wave and take an engage because you don't need to deal with opponent minions.
I will say another thing. I keep glazing Tyrotoxin's draft here, but I really do like their team comp. I do like the flexibility between Silas and Cassiopeia. They can switch. Because honestly,
I think it's the same with Malphite and Irelia. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because Malphite definitely could go mid lane as well.
Malphite's gonna have to take more of a tank role rather than an AP bruiser role in this game. Vi is able to do the physical bruiser. Irelia is just gonna be an absolute powerhouse.
Yeah. I think with the goal of Malphite in this is just for that engage and peel. With that, obviously, when you
Tyrotoxism seems definitely built for the early mid game. They got a lot of hyperscalers.
Mhm.
If Silas, Vayne, or Sinzhao get out of hand, it can be curtains. On the same vein, there's Irelia and Vi that could definitely do that. Even Malphite with enough of a lead, the ult can just secure 2 kills right away.
Yeah, no, Malphite, especially when it comes to team fights, really can swing a game, especially with those early cards. Yeah, you can really get a snowball leading going forward.
What do you think the start of the game is going to be looking like here?
I think you're dead on. I think there's going to be a level 1 team fight. I think there's going to be some sort of engage or some sort of invade. I think from Tyrotoxism, I think that would make sense with their team comp. They have really good, especially with that Silas E at the beginning of the game. That's a really, really strong engage tool. And I think it will be up to either River Falls to either rise to the challenge or to work around the invade and see how well they can operate around that. Because level 1 is always a tricky thing to work around, especially with vision and jungle camps. So we'll see.
I know for the bans, you're kind of not the most pleased. I know you want to see the Zach.
I wanted to see, I was not surprised to see Zach banned. He's very, very good.
Strong pick.
It's very, very strong pick. I was surprised to see the Singed ban.
I'm not. If a good Singe can proxy that wave and make it very hard for the other team to do it. And with what it looks like with their team, I don't think Singe would have been that.
No, I don't think it would have been.
Deal with.
No, especially since it's kind of an ult that Silas doesn't want, actually. I'm not to say that it's not always like
it's not the best. It raises his stats.
It raises the stats, which is
that's pretty much
it. But and ult's an ult,
I actually, yep. Yeah, and looking at it, the champs that would have been banned, Silas can't necessarily take advantage of.
Yeah.
And here we are in the game. It does not look like an invade is happening.
Looks like it's just a 5-point from both teams. Although
all sums up, we got heal from Lulu, barrier on Vayne, teleport Cass, teleport Silas. Looks like it is the Silas top pick.
Oh, okay.
And it'll be Silas Malphite.
Yeah, I do like the aggressive positioning from Lulu and Vayne here, sticking in that top bush, hoping to get maybe an early trade off. I actually do like that approach. Catch them off guard, maybe make them miss it.
Warding here is already good. We got a red side ward going in for a deep ward over on Raptors.
Very deep ward on Raptors.
And we got not as deep. Oh, we got another deep ward on Raptors from blue side too. They each have their vision controlled, but another extra ward just giving information over there on blue side.
Yeah, it looks like Tyrotoxism has a strong
going in for the engage right away.
Lulu getting separated like this is not particularly good.
But still getting poke already.
Dodging that REQ is good. I'm very interested to see how this top lane plays out. Looks like Irelia is getting shoved in.
Silas getting poked out due to the extra range. Lulu taking a little bit of damage.
Cassia from the Irelia going into the Cassia
being able to get it. This should be an auto.
This could be a
flash
auto first blood
immediately at level 1.
Already
that's the strength of Irelia early. They were just able to take control of the field, and we got a level 2 push here going on bot lane. Vayne getting the first proc of true damage, and this could be the last hit. Heal and flash.
Oh, Vayne's in trouble though. Vayne's in trouble.
And that's a final hit on to Sona.
Oh, looks like was able to respond to that early game kill.
2 sums to 2 sums, but Vayne still has flash.
Vayne still does that flash. Silas going in on the Malphite. Another kill.
We're seeing everything happen in this start of the game here. All right, so now looking at the board, Irelia has a lead, Silas has a lead.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 people that could potentially explode the most. However, Lulu taking the kill was not ideal, but I think in this early game, it's waivable.
Yeah, it's still a response. It's still goal on the board. And
I really definitely need that. And we're going to see the
Lulu
Lulu
charms.
live barely here using their flash. Great to hold on to, getting some airy procs as they go to get a little.
The Sona going in.
And the Sona getting the flash and barely enough. Actually 1 HP back from the Lulu here.
I actually don't mind the Sona backing off there because obviously they don't see it. The Xin Zhao is obviously right there. That can be turned around.
Very turnaround. Let's see in jungle. We have a little bit of a lead from Xin Zhao backing right now.
Yeah, a little bit of 4 creep advantage.
We're seeing some pings blue side for over on Scuttle, maybe moving up to go take it.
Ooh, I do like that. Looks like Malphite's got the wave crashing in on Silas. Looking at and Silas engaging again, doing a trade. I don't know necessarily. I like that trade.
And hey, mid lane here we got
Cassiopeia getting engaged on again. Aurelia being really strong, although getting chunked out a little bit here. Xin Zhao responding onto the Aurelia.
This will be a flash,
on the Aurelia.
Getting stunned, but not enough to stop it. And blue team claiming first feat of warfare here for tier 3.
Oh, that's huge. Silas engaging on the Malphite. I don't necessarily like these engages. It's just on minion waves.
So we're flashing here from Vayne. However, the charm hits and stops the push. Silas going in again, killing the Malphite. So much damage output. Started that fight with pretty much the same health he started with, and Malphite looking no worse for wear.
Looks like Tyrotraxon has a little bit of a gold advantage, about almost 1k gold advantage, almost 2k, as a strong start for Tyrotraxism. Looks like Vayne's heading in.
Damage here. Trying to go for another kill. But we got Vi coming in here. Are we going to see the Q flash? We do. That'll be denting blows procced in on Lulu, backed off by the Vayne.
Looks like they're playing it a little aggressive.
And rolls out of the charm. I think they get out scot-free unless charge up a Q, go for the support. Great idea.
Vayne getting a little greedy here, getting some damage.
A little bit greedy, but
no mana and literally
no
health.
Getting
absolutely punished for it.
Silas also dies the tower.
The gold lead is instantly vanished in the span of like a minute.
I cannot believe what we are seeing.
River Falls really taking the game back by horn, really punishing Tyrotoxism for their almost greedy plays here. Punishing their early aggression. Looks like Aurelia in mid lane, maybe a gank potential here. Silas teleports in.
Both jungles hovering around mid here. Who will get the first dragon? Who will get the first grubs?
Now, it is in top lane. There is one kill, 1 death, but if you look at the CS score, it looks like Silas is very much ahead.
About 13 CS equals the same amount of gold as a kill. So right here we see it about a kill up, going in
again with the ult.
With the Malphite ult.
Misses the E.
Misses the E and being the damage change.
So close.
Malphite needing to back here, but could get very punished.
Look where Xin Zhao is. The potential for him to come up and gank.
Very much so.
Very much so. It's.
All right, let's see here.
Looks like Vi's coming around.
Being able to get a push, stunning Vayne, proccing denting blows for the first. However, Vayne being able to roll out of the way is so huge. Turning it on the Lulu. Lulu gets a level up to 5. Could be the difference maker right here. Lives with a sliver of health. I don't think they would have lived that without that level up.
Vayne's still going in.
Vayne being very confident, trying to take down the vibe. Shields from denting blows, can't do it.
Yeah. Once again, I think this Vayne needs to play a little bit more safe because I think they keep trying to get that damage in, but I think they keep getting punished, especially since that Lulu backed off. And it looks like River Falls, that first dragon is going to be there. Aurelia is able to move down, and Sona and the bot lane able to come up. So it looks like the dragon is going to be for River Falls. Getting the dragon there.
Here.
Looks like Xin Zhao is just going to be clearing Krugs. Bot lane looks like they're just farming. Taking a look at the wards here, looks like River Falls also got their ward game back up. They have a control ward behind Dragon.
That pink ward behind Dragon is going to be good for any catching some slider shallow wards from.
It's also going to be great for catching the Xin Zhao if they try to come up with
it. We got Silas engaging.
Silas doing Silas things. Lulu just being aggressive.
Oh, you know what? I think let's take a time also to comment on the runes. That's a grasp of the Undying Silas.
That is, I like that. I like that.
Well, that makes sense with their team. They don't necessarily have a bruiser or a true tank, so Silas is going to take the place of an AP bruiser. Cassiopeia slightly getting out of that stun range. That is all the engage of Irelia just canceled.
Looks like Irelia also still really being
we have Conqueror Ahri.
You love to see it.
We have Conqueror
Ahri.
But it makes so much sense. The character that already has enough sustain in lane just gets that little bit more.
Oh, Vayne getting punished again with a charm.
Currently, it's a war of the supports. The supports have the most kills out of their bot lane. I'm enjoying seeing this.
Everyone knows that bot lane is moved by the supports.
Of course, yeah. KS stands for kill secure, not kill steal, as we all know.
Getting a little bit of shielding off. Looks like this is going to be a really, really close bot lane. Looks like Ahri has a little bit of a lead in CS, but nothing that Vayne can't overcome. Irelia ulting the Cassiopeia, coming in with a Vayne. Cassiopeia getting stunned on a tower. Oh, and Cassiopeia lives. Vayne going in, getting the stun off. Looks like the polymorph going on the Sona. Sona's in trouble here. Ahri low on health and mana, but Vayne getting charmed. Oh, flash from the Ahri. It looks like they're able to get away. Silas doing some trades here onto the Malphite. Pretty standard stuff. This is top lane for you. Oh, and the Vi coming in on the Vayne. Looks like Ahri was not ready, and a kill for the Lulu. The Lulu being a menace. But looks like Zinzai was going to turn the game, and Irelia gets the kill.
Oh my. That's going to change the tide, but Vayne here sitting with 3 deaths. That's going to be a very hard lead to take back. Silas here.
Malphite's kind of in a tough
Silas
position.
here has ult. However, I think we've seen the last time, and it's a close one if he can steal or not.
Yeah, Malphite's kind of in a tough position. I almost want to say he should back, but it's hard to say.
It's hard to, with a CS deficit of 28. I don't think you can afford it.
No, I don't think you can. Looks like we have a lane swap. Looks like Irelia and Cassiopeia have moved down the bot lane. Looks like Lulu and Vayne are going to be in the mid. Here we go. Vayne.
Vayne going in, Lulu help.
Dodging
getting no polymorph out right now.
Dodging the charm. Oh, with the ult though, the Ahri going in with the ult.
Ahri ult.
Responds.
Safe backing up.
Oh.
Ahri going in, trying to get the kill on the Vayne.
Oh, I don't like that proc there. Oh, Vayne getting
Vayne living with 1 HP, stepping back.
Teleport coming in.
Teleport coming in.
Team fight in mid here.
Cassiopeia. If the teleport was a little bit earlier, that could have been one of the biggest ults we saw.
That could have been a huge TP, but looks like it was a little bit too late. I think looks like River Falls is looking to get the Rift Herald. Oh, not even Rift Herald yet. It's Grubs. Well, looks like we had a team fight with the Irelia. Irelia going in. Looks like he's going to be over for the Irelia. Another kill. Here we go. Looks like they were able to take it around. Looks like they were able to secure 1 Grub for River Falls. But looks like Gyrotoxin being able to get the rest of them. So it looks like
looking here for towers. I'm thinking that the top tower could be one of the first to fall. Here Silas is with Vile. We could be seeing it soon to either take down Malphite just to secure that kill.
It looks like Malphite has a bit of an advantage here.
I will be amazed if we see it as a response to a Malphite ult. Because Silas is unstoppable during the entire thing, as we know.
I think he popped it already. Oh, he
pops it, getting enough damage.
It's gonna be
Malphite backing off. Malphite's ult actually on cooldown.
Oh,
missing the E, still getting the Q. Extra damage is needed.
Oh, I don't know if you see what I see, but I see an Irelia coming up. Potential for a gank here.
I see an Irelia coming up.
I do like that. Gives the Malphite some room to.
However,
breathe here.
Silas saw that. There's a ward in that bush.
Oh.
Warding Tribush right here is the smartest play to prevent any of those ganks, especially with Irelia, who can just burst you down in an instant.
Absolutely, I would agree. Looks like Vi is kind of looking for drag here.
Taking down wards, getting rid of that pressure. They're blue side cleaning their side of the map.
The wards, and they do have
getting two vision trinkets and the pink ward.
Looks like there's a bit of a gold lead here, but not things that River Falls can't overcome. Looks like some
Ahri no charm, Ahri no Q. This could be a moment to engage.
This could be.
And the engage is taken
Engage is taken, but the
Sona ult
saves
used.
it. And it looks like Aurelia is coming down from the top. We'll see how long they can they
And
hold out.
Vi's taken out.
Vi is taking out Sona along with them.
Down.
Ari,
Aurelia
Vayne,
popping. Oh,
Vayne
going in
down.
for the Q.
Wait, they're swinging it around.
They're swinging it around, getting all the resets that they can, but it is not enough. Cassiopeia gets the final hit.
Oh,
and
Silas with the Malphite
about to
ult.
go ham.
Oh, but the Malphite
You
ult from
see
there.
it? He's not able to use it in
ult.
time. He uses it, but dies
Let's
to
go,
tower.
Malphite.
Big swing. However, this is going to be blue side's second objective. They are one away from getting the tier 3 boots, and this game is already so electric.
Absolutely. It looks like that was a really good team fight for Toxic. Looks like they got now swinging ahead with a 3K Gobi and securing Dragon. It looks like they have the edge with a Xin Zhao that is 4-0, 400 gold bounty.
Already with the Sundered Sky being the majority of his damage, getting a single engage auto attack, critically hitting for like 6% of the target's health.
And Aurelia getting a
Aurelia getting the engage. Lulu coming up here, hitting the polymorph, getting the damage off Q. What is that damage?
Aurelia's in trouble here with a flash from the Xin Zhao.
Flash from the Xin Zhao trying to get it down. If he hits 1E, it's over for the Aurelia. Missing, but getting stunned by the blades, and the engage leading to nothing. However, could lead to a tower.
Wow, it could be.
Top tower is pretty low. Bottom tower suffering without Lulu.
But there is potential for them to swing down. Looks like, they're looking like for a tower dive. Vi is in position. Vayne might be in trouble here.
The mid lane looks like they're in a position to win, and top lane going in for the fight. But the going in a back tower from Vi, and that Lulu not showing up in time, and
Lulu not showing time.
Possibly
also
reaping what they sow.
Dead. Oh, but the ult
this could be
huge.
That Sona taking 2
Sona
hits.
taking another kill.
Lulu getting the kill.
The Malphite. The poor
Malphite, and the tower gets taken.
Honestly, a goated play from the Lulu.
That Lulu's my hero.
That was
going in and almost getting the Vi too.
Almost getting the Vi. Almost getting
the tower was not able to reset, so 2 hits to Sona, and they're gone.
Everyone remembers, okay? The support is the real.
Like I said, the Lulu here is the strongest pick of this team.
Absolutely.
Polymorphing, ulting, airborne, the
Vi is crazy.
I am a pro in saying that Lulu's like one of the most broken supports, and I think we've seen it today.
Absolutely.
Going in here, Ardent Sensor, tier 2, Ionian Lucidity boots here.
Here we go. Looks like there's a bit of a team fight in mid lane.
Cassie with the 200 bounty with a 5-tick Rod of Ages and a full Archangel staff.
That's
some huge damage.
That is some huge damage. Yeah, it looks like Aurelia is an item behind.
We have Ari here going for the more defensive play.
But Lulu maybe he's in trouble there, taking some poke.
We have Echoes over here on the Sona, along with Bloodletter's Gift. What?
That's what we call
inch arresting.
And Aurelia going into the Vayne.
Trying to getting the last auto here. Big scuffle mid. We have a ulted Cassiopeia by the Lulu.
Oh, the Xin Zhao maybe getting
it with his ult. You're gonna have to play very carefully around here. Going in to get a bunch of damage polymorphing so that no charm comes out, and Cassiopeia taking the brunt of that.
Getting a flash out on the Cassiopeia is kind of big.
Silas just trying to keep it down, getting the grass, getting the booger stacks.
They're all really low though in mid lane. It could be potential here for maybe a tower dive. Oh, the charm
being a bit too forward with it, taking the last hit from Ari.
That is not a good death. Really getting the advantage out here.
Silas
going into the Malphite,
trying to help his team push.
This
to back off.
I will say
skillful dodge from Cassiopeia.
Absolutely, I will say River Falls is still in it. Anyway, the team
coming up, and Xin Zhao takes that time to go in on the other side of the team. Barely getting the kill and Triumph saving. Cassiopeia getting it with the tick damage. Cassiopeia getting the Sona. Silas knock up with Malphite ult, and he takes that top tower. This is already such a strong push, and we're only 17:30 into the game.
Yeah, it looks.
He has demolished. That's how he's been able to. I think Silas going for the more AP bruiser stat, and his team needing a tank. He might not die. We have Irelia up on top lane, trying to hold down the fort, but
it looks like and it looks like top lane has quite a good push. Our talks really pushing the advantage in the Malphite. Looks like they might be setting up here, Lulu and Casio, trying to set up wards here for the upcoming Dragon fight. Looks like Xin Zhao is getting in position as well, so it looks like we're going to see another Dragon Pit fight. Lulu killing the control ward here. Looks like Cassiopeia might be a little bit of trouble. It looks like get away from safety from towers here. I have to say, this is quite the close game. River Falls really still in the game, only a 3K gold lead behind. This is anyone's game for
Xin Zhao looking for a push here, walling off in order to get Dragon, because taking this would solidify them.
A little bit of poke on the vein here.
What Dragon do we think?
I do not like how Toxi's position right here, but looks like I'm wrong.
Missing the engage, but has the ult. Hey, what Dragon are we gonna see here?
Oh, looks
Hex stack.
Oh, and the team fight going on here. Looks like.
Oh my! And Silas buried in the Ahri, but using the alt reset. Trying to go in for the Sona, getting the triple.
Hitting the triple. Silas going crazy.
And Irelia getting that huge 646 gold bounty.
That is a massive gold bounty in the Irelia. Looks like Irelia maybe
mid tower going down. They're going to be making this huge push up.
Oh, Irelia making some plays here.
Irelia taking chunks of damage from Cassiopeia. That could be two more hits, and that's gone. Getting the ground and not able to make, going over the wall.
Here. Walking around. Vayne really getting some value here. I'm getting the mid tower and Xin Zhao.
Vayne getting solo XP and solo gold here is going to be a
really
big counter to Irelia getting that huge bounty. However, they weren't really staggered. All of them coming out of base at the same time, trying to protect. I think Vayne maybe giving up life here just to take tower. The minions autos are just enough for tower.
Just enough for tower. Vayne's in trouble.
A valiant sacrifice in order to get tower.
And one could say, honestly, worth, because
I guess what?
Tower here, opening
it was hex stack.
It was hex stack, so that's huge for them. Looks like the Vayne was really getting some massive value out of getting that mid tower, really picking up the map for Gyrotoxin here. Looks like Xin Zhao setting up for a gank here, maybe on the Sona. Oh, hitting it and popping up the Sona. Zona is in trouble here with the move behind. Cassiopeia just not close enough, but the Xin Zhao hitting the engage on the Ahri.
Xin Zhao wanting to go in. Ahri skillfully dodging. Ahri using the last charge. I don't think they make it out, but Vi in the back being able to get out.
Looks like
Ahri
got
so
the kill
much
the
of a heal from the
Cassiopeia.
Q.
What the crazy
Charming. Xin Zhao getting the in. And Irelia
getting shut down.
Irelia's still half healthy, and Xin Zhao getting the double kill. This is looking like
that was a crazy team fight mid.
This is looking like Madison's game.
It might be. It just might be now.
We have Vayne trying to take the Malphite. This could be positioned in for a stun if the wall was close.
That Vayne damage.
Roll getting the damage off. True damage. Not able to take it. But Malphite ulting out with a pixel of health.
Oh, that's really, really bad for the Vayne there.
That's
popping the ult there.
And using everything. If we see no flash used.
Although the Malphite did flash.
Malphite flashed and ulted there. Not too many, but over here getting Otacon.
That really puts that really sets back River Falls.
Blue is able to get their push. And this looks like it was not the revive Otacon. This is the extra. All of these roses are ready.
All the roses are buffs. That's really that's gonna be really hard for River Falls to come back from. That's gonna be a really good advantage. Not only do they have almost like a 6-7K gold lead, but now they have extra stats from Otacon, and they're getting a bot lane push. It's gonna be a concerted effort for them. But Irelia hitting the ult, and then the Sona ult. You're going in. Oh, but it's not enough. Looks like that gold lead is just too much. Healing. Ahri trying to go into the blue, but unable to kill the Vi going back in. Ahri hitting a Q.
Vi going back in, not able to hit Q. They needed to step back enough to get an ult, but I think at that time they took too much damage.
They took too much damage. Ahri was too far back. Everything was on cooldown. Looks like this is going to be a bot lane tower. Xin Zhao, look at the Xin Zhao. Looks like they're getting rift.
Cassiopeia taking unneeded damage and
just dying.
Dying to tower. Valiant effort.
Silas is just going in crazy.
Silas doesn't care.
Yeah, Silas is
gonna go in.
Let's just take a look at the funny numbers on the bottom here. Looks like Silas
is
10-3.
It's
It's a little disgusting.
With a full Manamune.
Full Manamune. That is rough. And also getting the Bloodletter's Curse.
Oh, getting Bloodletters here.
Bloodletter's Curse is crazy. But the Malphite
and Malphite
ult,
going in. Get
Malphite
down,
going in
Mr.
the vein,
President.
getting some gold. Actually, I don't even know how much gold that was worth because the vein's 0 and 8.
Oh, that would be correct.
That I'll be honest, maybe not worth using the ult there.
Sends a message.
It sends a message. It sends a clear message.
But
though,
still,
that
Vayne
River Falls
even though
is
having
in the game.
Vayne with a Bork is still one of the scariest things
That is
ever.
absolutely
Once
true.
they complete that call, it'll be very scary.
Absolutely. Not to say that Vayne is out of the game. Looks like, though, that they have an opportunity because Irelia also have to
Lulu
keep
here
in mind.
doing what Lulu is best and being annoying. And
Being annoying. Everyone's favorite
letting
Yordle.
Silas go in.
Oh, that's
He catches the flash.
Catches two.
Because the flash gets knocked up just to get
The
out of there.
ult.
The entire team going in on them.
Oh,
And
this could be an
Lulu
opportunity
taking
for
the
River
brunt
Falls.
force of their anger.
Absolutely. Honestly,
Silas
kind
needs
of
to
deserved.
get out of here before
Let's
he
be
gets hit by a
honest.
charm.
Let's be honest. What was Lulu doing in that
Our
duel?
sidestepping the Zinzao. He's
It's
not able
crazy.
to go in and get the ult.
River Falls is still in the game. Maybe an AK a goal lead, but they are still in the game. Looks like
Getting hit with the
Cassiopeia-
charm, taking the damage.
Oh,
and Vayne is
but
down
the
from the
Vayne-
Irelia engage.
Vayne!
Zinzao defensively ulting, pushing away the people, not in time. Irelia super low. Zinzao needing to get anything but getting counter charm.
Oh, but the
Taking too much damage.
Ari taking a
Silas
lot
here
of
with the
damage.
Ariel trying
The
to
Silas,
get
the
any
Vi-
type of tempo.
The Vi kind of being
Getting
confused with
converged,
it. Onto the Silas.
Ults into it, and
But the
Silas,
Aurelia.
Silas gets taken down. Cassiopeia trying to make headway. River Falls almost taking it back on Tyrotoxism.
Yeah, from Tyrotoxism. It looks like
Cassiopeia
Malphite.
just trying to take the tower. Malphite
Yeah.
not taking as much damage.
Oh, it looks like they
Zinzao
might be
takes
in
the
trouble.
big
Zinzao is here,
damage
but Vi is still. And the
And getting
Soda ult!
ult
The
coming
Soda
in.
ult!
Defensive Lulu ult keeps them safe with the knockup. That could have been so scary for Zinzao.
Oh!
But getting charmed going in.
This is a crazy game. This game is crazy.
Lulu has Crucible. Lulu used BKL's busting in order to get rid of the stun and heal him a bit. That was the difference maker. They're not dying. But they're able to retort
Oh,
and get this dragon.
getting
here.
the
However,
dragon.
our big friend Baron's up. The next play could.
Yeah,
sign
but
that.
but let's be honest. I don't think they're in position for
Red team getting a gold bounty, and they're still gonna have to
Falls
clean. They're
really
still gonna have to clean a 7K gold gap.
Yeah, but let's be honest. I think they're really stepping up their
Oh,
performance.
game pause. Something looks like it happened. We do not know
Oh, it
what.
looks like that could be a
issue is.
bathroom break.
Could
What
be a
is-
bathroom
could
break.
be a-
I would need it right now. I would be panicking. I'd be sweating.
I would be sweating. I'm with you.
I would need a bathroom break. I need to go in the bathroom, take some water, splash it on my face, and just recuperate from this game. What a
It is
already exciting match.
It's already exciting. I have to say, even though River Falls is not in
Mhm.
the best position right now, in that last team fight, I think that goes to show that they are very much still in this game. They had quite a good performance there,
Mhm.
and I have to say it's really quite a close game. Although I have to say that Silas is quite dominating.
That Silas is out for blood.
Out for blood, really putting the hurt on the Malphite.
We've seen so many good engages at first, and the Lulu has been such a help in this game of preventing deaths, but also securing kills.
Absolutely, I would agree. I honestly, I think the only person who, and I wouldn't even say this because they've been getting objectives and towers, but like the Vayne really is the only person. who hasn't
Vayne
really-
is not able to against this team. The
Yeah.
Ari's existence of Vayne suffers from the fact of needing to click and go up. Ari just needs to throw out a Q. It clears wave. Their lane is very dominant with the lack of needing to like click on the opponent.
Absolutely, and also not to mention how much CC they have. His
Vi
Vayne-
has been coming in and ganking and just
Yeah.
making sure that this Vayne cannot go in the game.
Yeah, I think River Falls has been doing a really good job in team fights and really trying to prioritize their targets and getting that Vayne or trying to focus that Lulu. With the obviously, I think I've seen it every team fight. I think that Aurelia has really been on top of that Lulu.
Oh, Aurelia has been making sure to get that Lulu out of the fight as quick as possible, but Lulu's able to live polymorph, shield, hugify.
The ult
Their
is crazy.
hugifies have been so good at just preventing the enemy
Yeah.
team from getting anything.
I think that Hugify when that Silas ulted in saved that Silas.
It was legitimately it saved the Silas. Able to ult in to get a disruption, knocking back everyone else. Beautify popping right up, and they just get out of there.
Yeah, I think that was a really good save because I liked the gusto from that ult from the Silas, but I don't think it would have ended very well.
No, and here we are back in the game.
Back into the game. Sona looks like the huge fly of the Vayne. Vayne's back in the game. We're back to pause.
We're back to pausing.
Back to pause. Pause. Okay.
Hold on a minute.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Okay. Looks like we're having some issues.
Some technical issues here.
Yeah, well, it looks like some technical issues here, but not honestly, it's a good time for us to analyze the game. Looking at the gold count here, how do you think that River Falls' chances are to really take back this game?
If one inhib gets taken, they can do it. However, if that top wave crashes and they lose their second top inhibitor, I think it's a done deal.
I have to say, I think Triotoxin is playing the macro. The macro.
Top lane and mid lane still have their tier 1 towers.
Yeah. So
if they're able to get this push, go and take each of those low health towers there, they will be able to get such a big gold lead. Right now, looking with, what is that? 250, 500, 900 gold in order just to bring themselves back into this game.
Yeah, although I do have to say it is not over for River Falls here because if you look on the map right now, Malphite's in top lane, just holding on to that lane, but you can see the Aurelia in the background.
Going
and
back
they do have
in.
a Hull Crusher, which may come important.
Lulu had that ult on Vayne. Vayne also ulting, going in. Vayne having their first kill of this game, which we're not talking about now. But Malphite going in and making sure it's their last.
Oh, absolutely. And it looks like they're in trouble with the towers, but it may be the case that Aurelia is able to clean up here. Nothing like a Google presentation to really solidify how this epic Malphite ult.
And going in, Malphite getting it, going in with the
Aurelia
hitting
ult.
Aurelia ult to be super defensive. Cassiopeia getting mad damage. Lulu polymorphing so that they cannot get out of there. Zinzao in the engage. Zinzao hitting the Malphite with his engage going in, pops the ult. Not able to go. Going inside of their fountain to try to get the kill. They are not going to get it in time. However, they're going to get the last tower and 3 against 1. I think this is an inhib pick. Getting greedy, going for the Ahri. Almost going to get Sona popping ult. Silas going in to try to kill on the Ahri.
This may be trolling. This may be inting here from Triotoxin.
Lulu at 1 HP, holding on, and Lulu getting down by the Sona. That is support on support violence right there.
This is what we call in the business.
And Silas getting it in and taking the Nexus for a great game, and they spent money on the game. What a great first match. Tyrotoxism taking it.
Honestly, what a great first game.
I think that was a great game.
That was a
show
fantastic
off every player's
first
skill.
game.
I think the Lulu pick. I think they're banning Lulu.
I'll be honest. I think they're banning Lulu. I think the next game, because I really like River Falls team fight potential here. I think if the draft goes maybe a little bit better in their way, I think they can take it.
I don't think we're seeing the Lulu.
I agree. The Lulu's getting bad. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Lulu out.
I would. I'd hate ban the Lulu.
Ban the Lulu, and maybe watch out for. Because honestly, I think that Silas was really impressive.
I think the Silas was impressive. Although the team that they gave the Silas to work with for ults, it was quite the team for Silas. I mean, honestly, normally it's kind of iffy sometimes with Silas and the Malphite because normally if you go tank Malphite, you can really start to tank some of that damage, and then Silas has a hard time catching up. But they were able to get those early game kills and just snowball out the game. Honestly, I think with some of the team fight potential that River Falls has, I think they can take it if they draft better in round 2. I think with a better draft and playing to their strengths of their team, we can see a draft that more reflects the players.
Yeah, and absolutely. And I think we can see that they're able to capitalize on some of the mistakes that Triotoxin was able made in the early game because they had a strong showing.
I also believe that it was rough for Vayne picking because they had every intention of being like they don't have a bot lane pick, but Ahri was able to flex into APC, and Irelia was able to pick, and they got counterpicked.
Yeah, absolutely. And because I would say that the Triotoxin, I think their main strength is that I can clearly tell that they play well as a team. And their macro was really good.
Macro was very good.
Their macro was really good. They were really on top of setting up ganks, getting dragons. They were, and also just pushing their advantage on towers. Mm-hmm. So I think they did a really good job there. I'm really curious, though, to see if they're going to keep the same APC strategy from River Falls, or are they going to switch into maybe something little more traditional.
I think the APC was a one-time thing. I don't think we're going to see it again.
Who knows? Maybe they could pull out a Kog'Maw.
Think about Kog'Maw.
They could pull out the
Kog'Maw.
Yeah. I think that would be an interesting pick. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think they're going to pull out in the second game here?
If not banned, they go Lulu.
Yeah,
but
they
I would not be surprised if that gets windmill slammed on the table as first ban.
Yeah. No, because honestly, I think if they had maybe like Olaf, I think that would have been really helpful on their team because I think that would have been really good into their team. But it's interesting to see. I like both teams here. They were able to get a little bit of a goal advantage, Cryotoxin, in the beginning of the game. But I think both teams and team fights are equally skilled, I think. Because we saw some pretty good plays from River Falls.
We saw very good plays from River Falls. The bot lane was the scariest thing, and I also believe that jungle just got out of hand way too much.
Oh, absolutely. That Xin Zhao was
was able to get pushes, and also Silas was able to keep his own in the top lane.
It really felt like Cryotoxin, they were able to really like not only get that early game advantage, but they were able to keep the gas going on the team. They really took an advantage and kept going and snowballed the game. Yeah, I think they did a really good job there.
Very much so.
Absolutely. So I'll be very much interested to see where they go next. But it looks like we have this is best of two. So we'll see how the next game goes. Looks like River Falls is going to have to pull out their best to decide the seeding for tomorrow once we get into the Fearless draft, which means that they're only going to be able to pick and ban pretty much once. And then once it's been used, they won't be able to pull it out again. So we'll see. But I don't know. I'm very excited for this next game.
Oh, very.
Very, very excited. I was very, very happy. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm really curious though to see what the top lane is going to pull out.
Very much so.
Very much so, because I don't know. Do you think they're going to go for more of a engaged top lane, like a tank top lane, or do you think they're going to switch it up?
I think they could go with the bruiser. Like the Grass of the Undying Silas was a great play because he was able to live so long, and his healing from his W was just able to keep him in the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder what would have been if you were on River Falls. What top laner would you think you would pick there?
Honestly, I would have picked Mord, but it did get banned.
It did get banned. And that's kind of
you know what? No, I would have gone Set. Set is an oppressive force.
Not only is it AD, but then also you have that W, which really...
The W haymaker against a champion like Silas, where he can get you up to that maximum amount of grit to just get hit. If he doesn't have any of his dashes up, you just take care of him.
I would have liked that pick too, because really, when we saw in that team fight, I think that a lot of the team fights, they were both kind of on top of each other. So they obviously, Cryotoxin had Zhao. River Falls had Vi, so I think it would have been that match. All the team fights were very up close and personal, especially with that Ahri. So I think that would have been a really, really good pick, especially into Silas. Like, is anything AP? Obviously, Silas can take advantage of. It looks like we might be getting here soon into the draft. And I'm very curious to see what they're going to pull out here.
I think one of the strongest contenders that we have for a good pick is that jungle.
Yeah. Tell me more about that.
Xin Zhao right here was a strong pick that was able to get the engages, and Vi was able to get that early for the team. However, Xin Zhao was able to scale a bit more late. I would not be surprised if we saw more tank/engage jungler. I could definitely see like a Sejuani coming out from a team.
Oh, a Sejuani, or like an Amumu. Either
one. I would be down to see the Amumu. If they don't have as much of an engaged bot lane, they could take the jungle just roaming around. That's the strength of Amumu. Just able to hold down a lot of the fort as being the main CC of a team.
Absolutely. I would have liked the ult there too, because like that would have been a really good plan to catch them out. Although it is a little bit tricky. They do have a Vayne, and obviously Vayne could roll out the way. But I mean, obviously Lulu is not the most mobile champ. I think that's Lulu's main weakness, is that they are not mobile. So if they get CC, it's difficult for them to get out of that kind of situation. So
Yeah. As we are waiting for this here, any pivotal moment from that game that surprised you the most?
I definitely the first 10 minutes I think were most exciting for me because obviously Tyrotoxin got that early game lead, but then they almost got a little bit greedy and aggressive, and they needed. I think they, especially the ball lane, I think they really needed the back and get a reset off before re-engaging.
Although all the resources looked like they would be putting into bot lane where other lanes were able to snowball out of control.
Yeah.
So I think that next time we could see a different strategy when it comes to, and maybe we'll see a team that's more fit to invade at the start of the game.
Yeah. I would be very interesting to see that early game play out. I will say I did like Tyrotoxin's early game warding. They were very good with wards, able to get that deep ward off in the Raptors. I think their ward game was pretty strong. Although I have to also compliment River Falls because they managed to take that back. I think later in the game, I think actually River Falls was better at the warding than Tyrotoxin. Tyrotoxin was.
Although Tyro was still able to take it over.
Absolutely. It is a little hard when you have an 8K gold lead. That it becomes a little difficult to win the game.
Oh, it would make it very difficult.
Oh, it looks like
this is the I'm looking at the old draft to see. So, like you said, bans for last game were Jinx, Singed, Nefiri. I think Nefiri was a necessary evil to ban. I believe if River Falls had it, they could have snowballed out of control and actually taken that game.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I think they had a really good team fighting potential.
The Darius getting picked in order to not get hit by Malphite or Aurelia was needed. His CC and extra having armor penetration was going to be detrimental. Zach gone. I'm looking at the team. If Tyrotoxism had a Zach, they could have cleaned it out faster. All right, and it looks like we have the next draft link already
getting into the draft.
First bans, UW River Falls this time taking blue side. Bans from them, Zach, Ken, and Darius. Bans from Mad, Lulu, Ash, Jinx. Looks like they decided to get rid of their own Lulu. Picks already, UW Madison, Tyrotoxism taking Nami, Kaisa, River Falls taking Ari, Tristana.
Very interesting. I do like
Ari can APC, Tristana can mid. This is definitely
a Yumi pick.
The cat.
Well, everyone, it's the Yumi alert.
Rek'Sai jungle picked for Madison. Kaisa Nami, such a strong bot lane. If you give Kaisa the buff, they can use that damage to go in. But now,
and I do like the Rek'Sai pick there too, because Rek'Sai very, very good at finishing off those kills. Obviously, Kaisa's very good. If
Rek'Sai is able to get Yumi off for one moment and hit the true damage, that can chunk their health bar down to
Absolutely. 0. I'm very interested to see, because obviously when you have Tristana, you kind of want to draft around Tristana. So I'm very curious to see how River Falls is going to draft this. It looks like we have a Gwen ban from Madison here. It's a very, very solid ban. Gwen, very, very strong, both in top lane and in the jungle.
Blue side here, River Falls looking to get rid of Olaf, and that is a windmill slam to Fury ban from Madison.
And honestly, solid ban. Very, very solid ban.
Think we're going to see the Mordekaiser here again, like last ban?
Maybe. They might just ban it. We'll have to see. Looks like River Falls really deliberating on what the last ban is going to be.
It's going
to be the Mordekaiser ban. So we'll see. Last two picks here for Tyrotoxin. We'll see what they pick. But I'm very interested to see. I do like their team comp. It is a very strong poke from the bot lane here. Both of the
I want to see Aatrox.
Oh, Aatrox. We get Aatrox pick.
I call this, what, 8 days a week.
It's not Aatrox at all. It's a Rise.
I'm sad now.
Where are my EQ enjoyers out in the chat?
I said it was Aatrox. I had the best knowledge of it, and it got switched to Rise last
We'll see how they respond. Obviously, Rise probably either going to be in mid lane.
River Falls respond by also picking Aatrox.
I want to see
I want to see the Aatrox, man. I think that would have been a great pick into Ari Trist. You can rush them down. Honestly. Nami, give a speed buff, pop alts, go in. Although Rise here is such a strong pick. And we get the Dr.
Mundo pick. He goes where he pleases.
Hey, like Dr. Mundo says, malpractice makes Mel perfect.
All right.
And right now we got to be Mel perfect.
This is a caster. A Vi pick from River
Falls for jungle.
Bring it back out. It was pretty effective on their team, although it did get beaten out by the Zinzao. Doesn't matter. You were right anyway. The Aatrox is coming back out.
If I'm not right, I'm right.
Absolutely. That's what I tell my professors when I fail an exam. Let's go up top. Failure. Let's go.
We're too busy studying up on something more important.
Absolutely. League of Legends. Here we are.
What are we doing, man?
I don't know. Listen.
What we're doing is we're going to be going in and
finished.
casting this game.
That's exactly what we're going to be doing.
All right. Aatrox Mundo is going to be an absolute just punch fight.
Absolutely. I think
one is going to try to out-heal the other. The biggest thing that Mundo has is his spell shield that will not allow him to get CC'd by Aatrox's Infernal Chain.
No,
without that can stop his entire engage. However, it would need to be Q1 and then go for Infernal Change Q2 in case they try to sidestep, get the Q3. Mundo can just run out of it with having his shield.
Yeah. I was going to say, though, it is very interesting, though, that Mundo is the pick here for top lane because they did flash the Aatrox, and Aatrox is kind of a counter to Mundo.
Yeah, but Ryze is technically also being able to play top lane, so maybe they saw the Ryze and were like, okay, Mundo can counter Ryze. He can't get his big root to get the guaranteed damage. They pick it, and Aatrox is like, all right, let's just go something that can keep heal.
So it looks like it's going to be a very interesting game. Aatrox is going to be, I think, going to be a stinker for River Falls here. But keep in mind, though, Tristana, very much a champion that can really
It's going to be dangerous for River Falls if Tyrotoxism tries to take an engage over here.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, and I really do like the Tristana Yuumi pick here because, obviously, Tristana can E in and then Yuumi can ult, getting them, obviously, stunned.
Same thing with Ari and Vi. They have a team comp that'll really help Yuumi getting in to get that slow.
Absolutely. I think, once again, I think River Falls is taking the strategy of really pumping up their bot lane. And I think Tyrotoxin really just has a strong team comp all around. I think that this is going to be another really close game, and I'm really curious to see how the Tristana performs.
Rek'Sai is going to be a big factor in this game, win or loss.
Absolutely, I agree. And I'm really curious.
True damage doesn't mean anything to a Mundo's health bar. They can just eat right through that.
Absolutely. I have seen many a Mundo just walk through team fights, walk in, walk out with the ult, and they just are fine.
Kai'Sa Rek'Sai Ryze honestly making a case for Mundo, maybe not being the best pick here. He is probably going to take so much damage. I would have personally went Galio for a magic shield if we knew the Ryze was the pick, because getting rid of the magic damage from Ryze would be big for top.
And honestly, I think that would have been a good pick into Aatrox.
Oh, actually, Camille.
Oh,
I think Camille here would have been an insane pick. However, they needed like a true tank for this team for Tristana.
Absolutely, yes. You know what I think would have been good here? Ornn.
Oh,
Ornn would have been a good.
Ornn would have been able just to get his brittle damage off.
And not only that, obviously, if Ryze goes top, obviously he can just W out of the
W out can keep him going. Even if he tries to get rooted, he can just keep on that pressure and that damage.
Absolutely, and also even into Aatrox is good.
Very
much.
I know that Camille can kind of eat Aatrox alive by just getting that physical shield.
That physical shield is one of Camille's strongest abilities in their kit. Is getting that shield is insane. So I would have liked to see the Camille pick here, but honestly, I think that what they could have done is they could have had the Camille top lane and then have like a Sejuani or a Mumu in the jungle. Just switch that around. I think that would have been a really strong pick there. But honestly, I don't think the team comp is bad at all.
I mean, looking at these characters here for Madison, how are they going to get away from an ulting Vi or a Q Vi?
Ooh, you're right. They don't really have a whole lot of
They don't have much. Nami's going to have to be very proactive with bubbles, and Rek'Sai is going to have to move fast. Once Rek'Sai hits level 6, though, I think they're going to be going in on that Tristana and trying to get some kills.
Yeah, absolutely. But remember that if I remember correctly, it was a war of supports last time, and both supports were playing pretty good. Especially that Lulu last game. But I think Nami's got it in them to really carry Tyrotoxin to the victory screen here. I'm very curious to see how this will pan out. Absolutely.
Very much so. Looking at other champions that could have been picked and what was banned, the Lulu ban from the same team that picked it. I could have believed the hate pick, and we are going into the game right now. Here we are. No invade necessarily happening, but look at that bot lane right there.
I
You
love it.
see that, Nami, Kaisa? They're prepped for anything.
All right, looks like they're getting an award in River, but looks like that might. Oh, here we go. River Falls getting a ward off there. I don't know how effective that ward's going to be since they now know that ward is there. But we'll
and look on bot lane.
And the bot lane.
If they go into that, we're gonna see a tussle. However, if they don't ward it first, that's gonna be a lot of damage taken down. If Tristana moves up for a single second and stays in one place, that is gonna be the freest CC ever.
I was gonna say I think Tristana knows though, because they haven't walked up yet.
Poke damage in. Let's take a look at runes here. Kaisa
backing off
there. Vision.
Giving a little bit of vision. Looks like Rek'Sai starting on blue.
They're starting on blue. We have
Mundo walking up, but
getting the first spell immune, huge for the first one, and
taking that is crazy.
Taking that on, going. Hey, that's corporate Mundo. He's not looking too hot with the recent news and stocks, but maybe he can make his rates go up.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Mundo stocks are going to be going up this game, but looks like they took
getting
a really
very early push and just putting on early damage.
Looks like the Aatrox is definitely going to get that level 2 advantage. Looks like
Aatrox the world under that Darken is out for blood.
Absolutely, and it looks like in bot lane
getting the level 2, going for the ignite,
getting the play,
getting the Q, flash auto, and getting first blood. And that was all before Mundo even hit level 2 as well. Mundo is at level 1, going to need to TP into lane. Mundo not running flash, he has Ghost.
And look, yeah, absolutely have to TP there. A massive wave there on tower. Moving out on CS.
Rise getting easy picks. I think Kaisa Nami was a super strong pick into the Tristana Lulu right here. Not able to get too much.
Yeah, it looks like Tristana's struggling a little bit. Oh, getting the shield off, though. That was a good shield. Getting off some tick damage.
Getting the heal, taking a tower shot. Aatrox on top. Bullying Mundo.
Absolutely bullying. Oh, Tristana might be a little bit of trouble there.
Kaisa wanting some damage. And look at that. Mundo's already so below his health. Rek'Sai's over there getting up top, and Violet should be moving down. We can see a gank
coming in here, but actually, I think Tristana is actually kind of stabilizing here in lane because the Nami got mana. Looks like
Nami being way too aggressive. Although, they needed to get out an Aatrox. Like I said, Aatrox into the Mundo was a done deal. He is able to just tack on damage and get rid of his. That's the thing. Aatrox don't need mana, it does not matter how his cooldowns are. As long as he has a CC up when he has a shield, it's going to go.
Looks like Cryotoxic really taking the advantage here in the top lane with a 2-0 massive CS lead in the top lane. This is Vi
looking for a gank, but going up for Scuttle. Looks like Kaisa and Nami are following. They saw on Vision.
Oh, Rek'Sai coming in a flash.
Rek'Sai coming in, getting the flash, flashing in, knocking up and hitting the damage, getting the kill, and they could converge in on the Vi right here.
They could converge in on the Vi. The minimap. Look at the minimap. Oh, if they were
able to run.
There.
Although I think it was smarter to push the lane, getting the little tick in.
Tristana
Ari TP back to lane, already with a 3-0 lead.
Oh, it is look at how much gold that Aatrox has. That is a massive gold amount. It's
already having
almost
item
a
component.
2K gold lead overall. Oh,
Tristana going in.
Tristana. What a crazy play.
Explosion, oh my gosh, the ignite on
that was crazy. There's Tristana. That was a crazy play from Tristana.
They just flashed Challenger.
They just played it.
I don't know what I saw, but
that was a flash of something. A flash of genius.
I think going in on that was a flash of genius. Wait, but does Nami get this? The shield not being enough to
take it down. Tristana going in.
When she gets the hit, that is the last
hit. This could be a kill for the Tristana.
Not with Rek'Sai coming in.
Not with Rek'Sai. This could be a double kill.
And guaranteeing the kill. Tristana was able to jump out of there. They saved their jump after they saved their jump after the mine because it reset off the mine.
Oh, shoot. They saved their lane for sure. Absolutely.
They did
absolutely save the lane.
This has already been such an
already
game.
already a ride.
The only kill they were able to get was followed up by a trade.
Ooh.
And Aatrox
already having a massive lead and ult. Mundo really struggling here. Getting an
Aatrox waking up on the wrong side of bed this morning. He is being
Absolutely.
super aggressive, but he's making sure that Mundo won't even wake up in the morning.
Yeah. Mundo's looking at the stock market, and the stocks are down. Oh, the charm off though, getting Rise in the tower game, getting some poke off there is helping, but not quite enough. Although look at Dragon Pit. Vi's on Dragon right now, trying to sneak it out.
Needed for the team. Void Grubs spawning. Rek'Sai already also on Void Grubs.
Maybe behind, but they are responding. They are not going quietly into the night. Rise getting really some tick damage off in the mid tower, maybe trying to get some plating here. Tristana getting a wave here, which is good. But really that. Oh, here we go. Getting an
going
engage
in for
off.
A big engage, trying to get the explosion. That's half health.
That's
using
crazy.
the jump reset, hitting the jump and getting the auto off.
Really
Vi coming in here in the bush, trying to get something in on Nami to get an easy little 2K.
Yeah. Tristana really kind of popped off. I'm quite impressed.
Like I said, Tristana's strong. The team already looks good around. The Mundo is going to make it hard for the Tristana to win with a deficit. Aatrox being able to most likely out-heal everything that they have, but that half
getting some
although they did miss hitting it on the Nami, they hit the tower instead with mine, but that's still going to be extra damage.
Extra damage, maybe a little bit of gold here, almost. This is quite the intense game. Aatrox maybe looking for something here because Rek'Sai is down. Obviously, Mundo is in kind of a tough position, but it will be interesting to see because obviously, Kaisa getting some damage in here, but Vi being there, punishing the Kaisa for moving up. Nami getting off the stun, but it does not matter because Tristana going in, getting a reset.
Going in, getting the second, Vi trying to get it, getting the first hit of blows. They're going to be taking 2 tower shots right here. Summon Airy almost taking it down.
This Tristana really coming in. This is going to be a battle between top and bottom lane. Rek'Sai ganking. The Mundo is in trouble popping up, but it may not matter. Oh,
and getting the last minute cleave of Trox.
Oh, Tristana going back in, getting the kill on the Nami.
Oh my, that Tristana is already closing the gap almost. There is only a 2K gold deficit between the teams.
This is a
and
battle
and they're tied with Aatrox in terms of kills and CS.
And CS.
We have found the titans of each team.
This is going to be a close game for sure.
Such a close game.
Oh, Tristana hiding in the bush. They know that they have crazy damage. Tristana with the lead is really impressive. Getting a Yumi ult, the Kaisa, getting a reset.
Oh, and
it's another kill to Tristana.
They are doing it to it. Is that?
Oh, Rise and Nami. Looks like they might be looking here for a lane swap. Which might be needed because honestly, Tristana is kind of a menace already. 5-0. They have what's that item called? The crit item.
Oh my gosh, it's the
stacking crit. I forget the name of that item, but that item is dangerous. It does give increased crit damage, which is absolutely oppressive on Tristana. Having an item already this early into the game.
We're gonna go look at that as the Yuntai Wild Arrows. For anyone that doesn't know, on attack, gain critical strike chance permanently up to 25%. So that over the course of time will just get its value. And then on attacking enemy champions, you get 30% attack speed, 6 seconds. Attacks reduce the cooldown by 1 second.
This could be another kill.
And that is another kill. Aatrox getting it, and he
honestly
he has Voltaic Quick Blade.
Oh, Voltaic Quick Blade. This honestly what's interesting is that this Aatrox has a bounty and Tristana does not. That is interesting to see. It looks like the Rise really not Rise. Actually, let's not sleep on Rise here. Rise does have quite a 40 CS advantage on the Ahri. Ahri looks like they're kind of getting pushed out of here in lane. Not surprising since Nami's been kind of roaming up. Oh, a stun.
Looking at the stats in the game, we have a Mundo over here with his Bramble Vest just to reduce the healing that
just to reduce the healing. It might not be enough though. With
not be enough. We're looking at Ahri
50 CS.
Ahri about to build into Rod of Ages here.
Oh, it looks like Aatrox is going in again.
Aatrox is able to take it. He has his CC down. He misses the Q. Mundo ghosting out of it, going to the tower for protection.
But this could be a way for him to turn back out. Missing Q. This is a damage to tower.
One more tower shot, and the last one's taking it. And Mundo has all the gold from it. This could be Mundo's way back into the game.
Mundo goes where he pleases, and it's going right back into the game.
He's going to get the bounty gold.
honestly, Aatrox there.
Aatrox
maybe
there
being
going
link
for a
to-
little bit too more. Did not need to pad out his stats, but giving that bounty up to Mundo, although the CS lead is something else to
massive.
talk
So
about.
Mundo may be back in the game, but only at the bottom of the stairs. They have quite a bit to climb. Looks like Tristana, though, going back in. Dragon's going to be up here soon. Vi kind of in a really comfortable position to take Dragon here with Tristana being so strong. And honestly, Tristana here is just kind of farming plates, kind of just GG, going kind of crazy. Rek'Sai, though, responding in kind, getting Void Grubs, a classic response to say, no, they're not going to be able to get Dragon.
That's a teleport to bot lane from
top
Ryze.
lane from Ryze. Looks like they might be trying to do something. They might actually try to fight here for Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Very interesting.
They're going to need it down.
Yeah. Aatrox kind of going in.
Aatrox just going for the kills that Mundo just cannot exist in this plane of existence.
Yeah, Mundo kind of just getting vaporized down to the
Honestly,
last atom.
it's probably to prevent the teleport.
Oh,
He won't be able
like
to.
that.
Mundo does not have any safety to teleport when Aatrox is running.
Rek'Sai kind of sitting in that top river bush. It looks like they might be looking for a play
Converging, getting the dragon. That's 2 dragons.
here.
Two
dragons. Aatrox really getting that damage and getting some value out of the grubs there. Rek'Sai, I would imagine that they're going to try to go for at least 6 grubs here. Looks like they have, which is going to be a huge advantage.
Ryze on bot, unknowledgeable of the Nami in the bush.
Ooh, interesting. Getting some CS here. Looks like
Seeing that going in the second that Tristana jumps will be
it's going to be ganked. What a
Rek'Sai waiting there, just needing to get the kill, and that is
a
taken
kill on
down.
Tristana.
Super safe. Nobody's dying. Vi there helping out the cat friend.
What a crazy setup.
Dog is man's best friend, but cat is woman's best friend with Vi just swooping it up, protecting
Absolutely.
their cat, going back to the vet, getting it back up to get back in lane. And Aatrox
just like Venom in the pictures, really just
he needs to take a chill
he
pill.
needs to take a chill pill.
needs to
Looks
take
like
a
we got a
chill pill,
tower
sit
dive
back.
though onto the Vi, dead already. Yumi going to get
And
killed.
Aatrox getting down by Ari. That's the second death on the board. Rek'Sai here looking like a force to be reckoned with. 3-0-3 with us. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, getting just at the tower, getting huge value out of the grubs. Looks like Gyrotoxin really, honestly, like I said, really impressive place here, both in the macro and on the team fight. I really like that ambush they set up. That was really nicely set up, and it would be very interesting to see how River Falls will respond. Absolutely not out of the game because
no, Ryze. The thing is, they have a great split push. Aatrox is able to take down a bunch of minions. Oh my gosh, Aatrox has Sundered Sky.
Oh my lord! My lord! He got Sundered Sky.
He does not want Mundo to live.
Absolutely.
That's a 57 CS deficit.
That is.
Tyrotoxism here having a 6K gold lead. How do you feel about that?
That's what we call economics.
That's what I learned a thing or two.
I learned a thing or two. Corporate Mundo maybe needs to.
All right. However, we are seeing that Gyrotoxism, they do have feats of strength.
Ooh, that is going to be a little bit
Nami
of an
here
advantage.
with Imperial Mandate. Ryze 3-stack Rod of Ages, bigger than the other Rod of Ages that the Ari has.
Now, Gyrotoxin may have a 6K cold lead, but they do have to contend with the Tristana. Tristana getting an ADC this fed is going to be a danger. That Tristana is going to be a
The first death is the biggest thing. That was an amazing gank and engage in just to secure the first kill.
Absolutely.
Rek'Sai here being such a strength. Aatrox getting converged on.
The Tristana being kind
but
of
taking down the Vi, losing out on a bunch of damage potential. And guess what? Look who lives scot-free. Aatrox.
Absolutely. Is
getting the CC, going in with ult, getting the damage, getting pushed back. Still is the mine taking a bunch of damage.
Oh, and the Tristana taking down the Aatrox. And cleaning up
on Rek'Sai.
Absolutely crazy for the Tristana.
Mundo pop
and ghost, getting the sun. Ooh, but it's gonna be a kill.
The second auto. And here is how River Falls can win this.
Looks like River Falls is still in the game, absolutely having teeth, destroying that Aatrox and Rek'Sai, getting the kill on Nami, allowing Mundo to get some breath and get some CS. Looks like Ryze though, taking advantage a little bit.
Ryze using synchronized souls, and let me tell you.
Yeah.
Those boots are broken.
Those boots are absolutely broken.
Are you telling me that there are boots that are worth like 1,000 gold that can give you a Baron recall as fast as 7 minutes in the game?
Absolutely.
There's something about those boots that make me take them every time.
Every time. Yeah.
Mundo right here with his heart steel doesn't look like there's any stacks on it right now. He's gonna have to build that up. Rise here having his maximum stacked here, immediately putting it in Archangels right as I called it.
Absolutely, what we call the business based. Tristana maybe being in trouble here. Aatrox coming in for the kill, but it may not be enough. Tristana still has
Tristana holding on to jump, using a
do-
defensive ult just in case he follows Flash.
Yeah, definitely got some resources out of
And
the River Falls.
The entire red side team is up in this bottom jungle.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be contending for Dragon here.
It'll be soul point if
they don't get
Falls
it.
gets it.
Oh, Ari missing the charm though
but
is bad.
Getting the kill on that bomb.
Oh, and getting out. Incredible.
And
No,
not when
Rek'Sai's around town. But looks like Tristana really.
Hey,
able to get some poke
that
there.
looks like a Vi ult. And
It's
there
a
it is.
Vi ult. Let's
Trying
go.
to go in, getting
Oh,
this Rek'Sai,
but
the big
Rise
damage,
getting
not
the stun on
before
here.
getting Vi. Tristana down all their damage.
Maybe a
Vi
little.
cat.
Maybe a little too friendly.
Taking a little cat nap for the next 30 seconds.
Absolutely. It looks like Dragon's going to be absolutely free. This is really a bad position for River Falls because keep in mind, they have
River
6
Falls
grubs.
needing to take 6 grubs. So, they're, you know what?
They're going to get a...
Screw Dragon. Get second tower. Let's push our lead.
Absolutely. I do. And getting the teleport
Getting the
off,
teleport.
letting the grubs finish off tower to get more damage off.
Oh, the grubs got teleported. The tower did not get finished off before the wave
man.
came in.
They thought it was 4.
However, he gets the one little auto needs to run up. However, it is smart. It is a smart play.
That was
Right
a
as the
smart
tower
play.
gets taken, you teleport your entire wave so that it's able to do something else.
Absolutely. They thought it was 4-head, but it turns out it was 3-head. And they found out it was 5-head. Looks like Ari maybe trying to contest here a little bit, but looks like they have some warding up here. Really getting through. Tristana really going in on that Rise there, maybe getting a kill here, but maybe missing. The Rek'Sai going on Tristana maybe in a little bit of trouble here as they're being held up. Fighting here, the Mundo come in. The Rek'Sai ulting here, but may be in trouble trying to finish off the Dragon, but unable to.
Rise needing to
The
hold back
Dragon-
too as well help, but they are able to get Dragon. It is now soul point. Looks like Rise, but Ari pops the ult, getting the location, and are they going to go in on this?
Mundo going in on the Kaisa.
Mundo getting enough
Kaisa
damage.
not really being able to do much of anything but Mundo.
And here is the fight between Titans getting pushed back, but Ari
The Ari charm getting Aatrox kind of getting ping pong here,
Ari
but
said
getting the
get down
reset.
Mr. President, allowing them to go in the slow from there. However, Tristana needs their kill.
Oh, you know that Rise.
Oh wait, they have their jump back online due to getting the explosion.
Oh, Aatrox may be in a bit of trouble here
And big
with the
man
Mundo.
coming in, going over the wall, and that is Aatrox retreating.
This
before
Tristana
fight.
playing out of their mind right now. Honestly, really impressive here. Looking at the Aatrox, looks like they're backing off. The Dragon was a very big win here for River Falls. Still fighting back from almost a 6K gold lead, but crawling back nonetheless, and very much still in the game. Looks like Kaisa in the mid lane trying to get that push through. Looks like they might be setting up here for Earth Herald. A very interesting play here. Maybe trying to get more of a top lane push. We're going to try to put more chinks in the armor here. Definitely in their towers here. Looks like Rek'Sai getting red buff here, setting up.
Tristana just being a force with Infinity Edge and Wild Arrows. Just an absolute powerhouse.
This game really comes down to the Tristana here because it is a question of can Tristana end the game before they get bled out from scrub. That's, I think, the big question of this game. Looks like the Aatrox and Kaisa really still here looking for that pick.
The
Kaisa
goal
kind of
deficit
in
between
trouble.
these two teams. Kaisa
Vi
going
coming
out.
back in. The
And
Aatrox,
securing the kill on
looks like the Aatrox going in, but the Aatrox kind of in trouble.
Aatrox going in and getting too slow, not able to make it in. That one more ult from Ari, missing the charm. They did sidestep and getting the last reset so that they can go over, doing a bunch of damage on the Rek'Sai here. And the knock up from Vi, the charm, and that is the kill.
That is the kill. River Falls really turning this game around really hard.
And look at Rise here. He's just able to take it.
He's just able
They're
to take
going
tier
to get
3.
Herald. They need to take this right here so that they can get Crash. I think they're going to use it over here on the top lane. That is a full health tower.
They're on Otacon right now.
They're on Otacon.
They're on Otacon.
Oh, this is
They're
so
on
good for
Otacon.
their team. The enemy jungler's dead for the next 20 seconds. They're going to be able to take
it. The goalie's only 4K.
The goalie's only 4K.
Okay, goalie's only 4K. This is definitely a game where River Falls can absolutely take control of the game.
By Edmundo just taking it down. In comes Tristana, and Otacon is scared. He knows this team.
Absolutely.
Ruinous Otacon.
Ruinous Otacon.
That is the increased buff. Get all the roses.
Which is absolutely helpful, especially since
it's like an episode of Bachelor getting roses. Oh
Kaisa really not in the game, only really having a Kraken Slayer. Making it really difficult for them to really get some solid damage off and finish some of these kills.
As we see here, Tristana has the Herald.
Yeah, letting Tristana lead the charge. Looks like Tristana's here, maybe looking at an engage here. Oh, instead of getting the kill.
Ryze trying to teleport out of there, but he's not in time. Too late.
Ult down from the Ryze and a kill.
And a Ryze down from the Ryze.
A Ryze down from the top ropes.
Why is his name Ryze? He fell.
Absolutely, he fell off.
Blue buff over here on it just to get some extra cooldowns, some more
Looks
mana.
Like
just to be healthy in the fight.
And trap here.
Is that a bottom lane? Is that going to be the best push that we're going to see in this game?
Absolutely. This could be a push to win it all.
Going in, going fast. That is red turret destroyed.
Tristana also being
ghost riding the whip right now.
Absolutely. One could say chasing the dragon.
And that's
hitting it in.
That's the next tower. Are we going to see...
Ooh, looks like they're going to get Q2
We are 12 health. We are going to get to see a triple crash.
Oh!
Nami ult taking it for the fence.
Quite like that Nami ult did. That was
taking care of the wave, knocking up the enemy, and just getting rid of Herald. If a triple crash happened, they could have signed curtains to their wave.
Keep in mind, Dragon is coming up. River Falls Soul Point.
Brother, look at the gold.
The gold.
We're back to close even.
Looks like Tristana getting fed here really a problem for the team. Or it looks like they're trying to position you for Dragon.
This is Soul Point here
knows that they're in trouble
for
here.
UWRF.
They need to get this. Otherwise, this might be the tipping point, the nail in the coffin for River Falls to sweep this game back from the edge. Oh, looks like we're getting some stuns off here. Ryze taking a little bit of damage here, not too much. Vi getting stunned from the Ryze, taking some damage here. Not great when going into a team fight here.
Oh my gosh, the damage from that mine.
The Tristana really putting on the hurt here. Rek'Sai maybe getting an
trying to go in for this
Rek'Sai going down.
Rek'Sai going down, going around, trying not to get seen. Their strategy might just be that's a huge CC and flashing in, getting the knockup, getting the kill. And getting a full team knockup from the Nami, although it's not enough after they get the reset.
Looks like this might be a cleanup here. The cleanup
getting the kill on the Rek'Sai as they try to run smiting, and that is a full ace. Getting the dragon, that's Ocean Soul on a team with a Mundo.
That's not great. Tristana.
Mundo goes where he pleases, and he does not please to go to the gray screen.
Yeah,
he has been keeping it down.
Mundo really been taking a lot of L's this game, but I want to credit them because they've been putting in the work.
Is that number 8 quick play on Tristan?
You know it. Absolutely.
Oh my.
This is the Giga Tristana. Okay? This is
the
maximum hurt. And like I said, the Mundo really kind of putting in the work here. They may have been down, but they were able to stop the bleed from
Mundo
the
putting in here the work. Do not doubt the power of a 136 heart steal.
Yeah, absolutely. No, Mundo really putting in the work here. Looks like Trotoxin is going to have to make some kind of Hail Mary play to come back from the brink here. Because now the gold lead is all but eliminated.
A Hail Mary play, you say?
Absolutely.
Baron's up in 25.
Oh, Tristana is coming in. They are not there yet.
Fourth quarter, 10 seconds on the clock. Baron is up. What do? We throw a Hail Mary.
Absolutely.
If they are able to get this,
looks like they might be in trouble here.
Nami only getting taken by the charm due to the weird interaction with the river and the action on the floor. Went up that slight bit, caught them on the end, and that's
gonna be
a down Aatrox.
That's a down Aatrox. That is not what
Mundo giving him his just desserts for everything happening in the early laning phase.
The bot lane push is gonna have to either continue here or he's gonna be forced here because it looks like it might be game here if the Ryze is not back, but Rek'Sai cleaning to the back down. Maybe kind of looking for play here. Maybe not the best idea, but with a Ryze teleporting in, it could work. Looks like Rek'Sai getting the ult off here.
Tristana running away, but one hit 2 hit, 3 hit, that's a kill.
That's a kill.
Hey, where are you going? Get over here, jumping in. Your shield is not enough when the mine explodes.
And
Boom. I'm so sorry, Rise.
Looks like
For your-
Tristana.
Rise, I'm sorry for your loss. You get one big boom.
You get
Boom.
honestly, double kill. That's a
Boom.
double. That's two
boom.
booms.
That's
That's
a
two
boom.
big booms right there.
This is called AJ Big Justice.
This might be it. This is looking like a game for River
Going
Falls.
in. Kaiser's
Absolutely.
health bar going to like 0 to 100 or 100 to 0 in the matter of seconds. Ajosh is getting half health from this, and this is
What a
River
game.
Falls came back with a vengeance
They
after
came
the
back with a
first
vengeance.
game.
That Tristana was crazy.
That Tristana pivotal 18 and
a
2.
game for
What
River Falls.
a good game it was. Both teams showing off what they got, going 1-1.
What a game.
Stellar.
What a game.
That's
What a game.
it was some insane gameplay that we saw, but what a good few matches.
I knew that River Falls had it in them to come back from that game. That really, I will have to say,
Tristana did it.
this Tristana should be proud of themselves. They really
They
popped off.
they carried. Like
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. That Tristana was where they needed to be
Yeah,
at
absolutely.
all times. They did not let up. That mine doing that much damage, criminal.
Absolutely. And I have to say that game, wonderful. Just wonderful. Just from both sides, honestly, because like Triotoxin, well, they may have lost the game. It was certainly their game, and only because of the Tristana were they able to win. Triotoxin really, really good at that macro and really getting that early game lead.
What an amazing game that we saw from both teams, both
Absolutely.
matches, 1-1. Honestly, no better way to end it. Both teams showing off what they got.
I'll be very curious to see what they pull out in the third draft
Very
here.
much so.
Yeah,
Third draft, brother. This is the best of 2.
Oh, that's right. True.
Yep. But those are the matches, and we will
Yeah.
see you back for more.
Absolutely.
Hello. Yep. All right. So these next few matches are going to be fun. What we currently have is UW Madison League of Legends and UW Madison Tyrotoxism. What they are doing is lore accurate matchups. They will be doing regions in the lore of League of Shurima versus the Void, and then Demacia versus Noxus. So, since we kind of know what that entails, Matt, you want to team build and see what they might do?
Sure. The Void has some interesting characters that they can choose from, coming from the daughter of the Void being Kaisa. You've got Kassadin in mid.
A lot of
Rek'Sai
jungle picks. We have Belveth, Rek'Sai, Kha'Zix. Oh, we're gonna see Cho'Gath top.
Cho'Gath top. Yeah, has to be.
Kog'Maw as an ADC too. Any notable mid laners?
Malzahar.
And Kassadin are the two that do come to mind. For Shurima,
Azir mid. Sivir
bot.
Maybe a Xerath
any support?
Who?
Any support from Shurima that we can think of? Xerath.
Yeah.
Oh, we could see a Vel'Koz support too.
Vel'Koz.
For Void top lane, we got Nasus, we got Renekton.
Oh, Nasus, Renekton, right.
We could get Rammus jungle. We can get some funny picks.
Yeah. I'm excited for the matchup. So this is a decision for both Madison teams that they wanted. It's going to be quite the civil war that we're going to be seeing as these two Madison teams go head to head. In terms of last series, UW Madison versus UW River Falls, who do you think is going to be some of the spotlight players you would want to check in on?
Definitely Enchanting. They were the Tristana of the last game.
Enchanting would be River Falls.
Oh, that's right. They were River Falls. Well, then it was whoever was on Aatrox on Tyro. That was like such a clobberfest in top lane because against Mundo, it's just like the first Q takes away the CC shield and he just gets 2 more.
Yep.
He was able just to take it in full force, and I want to see. I think Aatrox could. Darkins have ties to Shurima, so. Oh my, are these
It looks like the picks
and
just
these are the
through.
giraffes. All right, Renekton, Nafiri. Yeah, and a Mumu. So
it looks like the team representing Shurima is going to be UW Mad Tyrotoxism, and then the team representing the Void is going to be UW Mad League of Legends.
Beautiful name.
Couldn't think of any better name myself.
You know what? I don't think I could. All right, so Renekton against Cho'Gath.
So our featured matchup, top lane just Kyoko, just holding it down with Renekton. I think naturally, Renekton does perform pretty well with his ability to shred and sustain. Meanwhile, Cho'Gath has the same sustain, but not enough damage to really get the Renekton low enough.
Yeah.
So that is our featured matchup for this game. Now tell me, what is some lore history that we're about to deep dive into in terms of, let's start with the Void. What do you know about the Void that you can tell us?
The Void is like the end-all be-all, horrors beyond our comprehension creatures. What is our back? Oh, whoa, okay. So let's see. We for the lore, we got like the fact that the Void just kind of like exists.
Circling.
The lore exists in the Void exists in Shurima, and it's like a pit.
Well,
And
we're gonna
other
have to
areas.
stop on the pit because the game's just starting.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So lore.
Maybe you can chime
Oh,
in,
yeah, as we'll see.
while they're playing. So we see Kaisa and Malzahar What's special about Kaisa and what's her background?
Kaisa is the daughter of Kassadin and got trapped in the void when trying to find the father, and kind of fused with a voidling that turned into her symbiotic suit, and that is now how she got powers of the void. Malzahar is a disciple of the Void Queen Belveth, and has kind of given himself up to get the powers of the void. Vel'Koz, he's like a scientist ish that likes experimenting on humans because they don't have those in the void. Rek'Sai, the mother of all the Zerjai in Shurima, just a beast of a bunch of void beasts, and Cho'Gath just might not exist. His entire lore is like,
That's
okay,
bad.
he's a bedtime nighttime story of a nightmare to like get kids to like do good.
Yeah.
He's like Krampus.
Yep.
But we don't know if he's real. So this is what people think he looks like.
The Krampus of the void.
Literally, yes. He is just like Shaco, no lore.
All right, now heading on to Team Shurima. Let's start with Amumu and work our way up.
He's a sad mummy.
Sad boy.
That's his lore. Sivir, that's like an ancient as an ancient descendant of Azir.
Oh.
Her spilling blood on sands is what kind of caused another little bit of a revolution in the Shurima kingdom and kind of brought back Azir and stuff. Nefiri, that is a darkened blade, a dagger that was picked up by a dog, and it's now Nefiri.
That's a dog.
Renekton is a botched ascendant. What?
We got
Oh
some
my
aura
gosh!
maxing
Never
in
mind.
the
He's
top
not botched.
lane.
He's aura
They
farming right
are
now.
flash for flashing.
I respect that.
This is the first thing we've seen in this tournament.
However, Renekton, trying to get his kid brother Nasus on the brink of death, brought him to the Ascension Room where he already knew Nasus was worthy of being ascended from human into god.
Okay.
Renekton didn't know that he was, and he brought him in there trying to heal him. Him being not worthy beforehand would have caused him to be changed. So during his process of saving his brother, changed him from unworthy to worthy,
He's just slicing
which
and
is why
dicing
he is
away.
angry.
And we got the first
And
blood
we got the
at
first blood,
top
but the
lane.
tower does not
Tower
take it.
does not hit.
Yep, that's Renekton's story. He was supposed to be a botched ascendant, but because of saving his brother, he became worthy on the spot. So he became somewhat of an amalgamation, still getting the rage of those unascended. His lore is personally one of my favorite, but I love what they're doing here for the matchups. We're seeing Team Purple versus Team Sand Colored.
So there you have it. You've got Shurima versus Noxus, not Noxus, versus the Void. So starting early game, it looks like bot lane is just bouncing waves. We've got Sivir and Malzahar doing most of the pushing. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, looks even as well, since Azir is a pretty snooze fest laner. In top lane, we just saw here, it's our featured matchup. Renekton slicing and dicing his way into the first blood.
Into the bug Cho'Gath himself.
Yeah.
I was kind of maybe hoping to see the mid lane Kassadin over the mid lane Vel'Koz. I thought the Vel'Koz would have been more of a support pick. Honestly, I would have not been surprised to see Vel'Koz and Malzahar switched.
Yeah.
Nefiri, though, is going to be scary.
You know, with these new changes, if you don't know or haven't heard, Nefiri has been updated. They swapped around a couple of their abilities, similar to how Diana was reworked, in which Nefiri's W is now similar to what Nefiri's ulti was in the past. Nefiri's ulti is now Nefiri's W. But
They
a
pulled
little bit of a catch. They didn't add move speed or distance with how the ulti worked in the past. Instead, they gave Nefiri an untargetable, brief untargetable for I think probably like one-ish seconds, 1+, 1.5.
One
maybe.
plus is already too much.
Yeah, it's too much. Anything that makes you untargetable is just a headache to deal with. So we'll have to see how. Who is that? The jungler, just mother.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Looking on the map here. I'm also Nefiri got pretty much hit with what happened to both Rel and Tom Kench. Alt got changed for W. If I remember what happens, but looking here, Rek'Sai getting a little bit hungry here, going in and getting the pick off on the mid lane Azir. kills on each team evened up. Gold looking pretty much similar. However, blue team getting that dragon there early infernals, nothing to laugh at. That's what, an early like 6% damage boost.
If you're right, I think.
Last time I remembered
Yeah.
getting it. That's at least what I know.
Oh,
Going in, getting the stun, going full in, just procking Conqueror.
you know, there's been a popularized build that we've been seeing with Cho'Gath recently, and that's been the Hail of Blades, movement speed.
Just going
Shurelya's, but it doesn't look like
hitting a Q, going in and getting like
Yeah.
3 fast autos with the stun. Yeah, no, that's kind of scary if you
doesn't
think
look
about
like
it.
the Cho'Gath opted in for it this game.
Because don't those spines do like max health damage too? Like they do like a percentage of the damage of like scaling off his health.
I think so.
Malzahar getting out of there by the skin of his
Whoa.
teeth. Sivir bouncing blades around. Going in. Oh, getting the true damage off, but needing to dash out of there. Having that ult away from Vel'Koz is big. Backing here for the Azir, not wanting to deal with any more of this. Vel'Koz going to show us his prowess. And he gets the shot and gets the kill. Oh my gosh. He graduated from school with a great math degree with that geometry right there.
Geometry is geometry.
Just to know where the opponent is and just to be like, he's right there. Let's put the stuff there. What a great
There's
kill.
no vision, just
no
pure-
vision, just a skill shot and a dream.
It's just a skill shot and a dream.
That is
Just taking
amazing.
a short pause break while we
mhm.
troubleshoot some things. Now tell me, when you are playing are you Team Shurima or Team Void? Which lore, There
Okay,
you
so
go for
Void are the de facto bad. Well, also, I mean, Shurima's bad. Azir isn't
Shurima.
like everyone's golden boy. He's kind of like
He's an emperor.
he's kind of a butt.
Yeah.
I like Void too much. I like the horrors beyond our comprehension designs.
Okay.
Those are cool. And when Bel'Veth came out, I played a lot of Bel'Veth. I think they're such a fun champion. Dashes and just getting that E. That E is like every time I hit it, I have neuron activation because it's just damage reduction. I get the heal. I get the all around me. And if I have Hydra on me, I love seeing those circle procs.
What I'm hearing is we want the cosmic horror without HP Lovecraft. You've heard it here first. These champions could be grueling, could be menacing, and they are here to
Kais
stay.
is cool. Kais is like an exception to that because they're just cool with that. All right. Looks like here we had a little issue with the spectator client, so we'll try our best to get back to things. We'll see what we can do, but right here, let's take a little deep dive. I'm gonna be pulling up. Let's see a list of all the Shuriman champions.
So right now, Tanner's pulling up some Shurima champions.
All right, so for Shurima champions, we have the Lonely Mummy Amumu. We have the evil villain Xerath. All right, so we're gonna tell you about Xerath. Xerath was like a mortal enemy of Azir, and then Xerath kind of got like reincarnated into this child in a town. Azir hated that and destroyed and leveled the entire town.
Jeez.
It got rid of everyone, and Xerath lived. Azir's not a good guy.
No.
And then we have Azir, the former emperor. Nasus is the curator of the sands, Renekton, the icon of rage. Skarner, the crystalline scorpion. We have the famous commander Sivir. Get the nomadic mage, Talia. Yeah, that's right. Talia is a part of Shurima. But over here,
looks like Shurima's broken up into different locations.
All right, and we will come back with some more information.
We'll be right
after
back
this.
with the lore.